So this is my review on Polyp Reef Safe Medic. I believe it does do something. I have been struggling with white spot and marine velvet over the last few weeks, as my previous videos will show you. The flamingo tang was in. I really thought we were going to lose her. She was freshwater dipped twice. She's looking great now. Regal tang's looking good. In fact, most of the fish now, apart from the rabbit fish, has got a few white specks on him, but he normally does. I'm not overly concerned about that. The other fish are looking very good at the moment. I have lost 2 butterflies and a clownfish, but this Polyp seemed to have reduced the effect of the marine velvet. I did start double the amount of Polyp, which seemed to have a desired effect. It didn't seem to affect any of the corals. By the end of the 18th day, I would say the tank wasn't didn't look as happy as it was. It does have a horrible effect on mushrooms when it lands on them, but the next day they seem to bounce back as if they've never been touched by the stuff, so it's not too much of a concern. So 2 days ago I started running carbon to clear out any of the residue that was in there. The tank's looking very clean after it, as it does after carbon. It's not something that I've run often at all. In fact, that's the second time I've put carbon in the tank in probably 18 months. I normally only put it in there if I feel like I'm having issues. So I'd seriously rate the stuff. From my experience, it definitely postponed the wipeout long enough for the fish to build their natural immunity up against this marine velvet. So the velvet's still in there. I believe the white spot's still in there, but the fish are healthy. They're not showing signs of any distress, and I think that is due to the Polyp. As I say, I would have expected a big wipeout by now, but it seemed to postpone it in long enough for the fish to build up their own natural response, immunity. The butterflies were unable to. I don't know whether that's something with butterflies. It was a pale scale on the dot dash. They were hit hard and never recovered. The other fish were hit and seemed to have built an immunity to the velvet to a certain degree that they're looking really good. Even their eyes are clearing up, as you can see on the flamingo. Her eyes have still got slight milking on it, but in general it's very, very good.